Technology will officially be introduced in the Champions League draw ceremony. UEFA is not only changing the competition format, the number of participating teams, and the schedule of Europe's most prestigious tournament, but the draw ceremony itself will also be different from previous years. Technology will play a major role instead of manually drawing each ball as before. Some might think this is to make it easier for them to arrange the results, right? Well, that sounds a bit unfair to UEFA. There are many more factors at play. In the context of the continuous development of football, UEFA has decided to implement a series of major reforms to refresh and enhance the appeal of the Champions League after many years of maintaining the old format. The 2024-2025 season will witness the introduction of an entirely new tournament format. According to UEFA, the new draw rules for the 2024-2025 Champions League season will bring many significant innovations. The number of participating teams will increase from 32 to 36, and instead of being divided into 8 small groups, the teams will compete in one large group, facing 8 different opponents. This creates more exciting matches and increases competition among the teams, but it also poses challenges if the old draw method is maintained. Let's explore what makes this change interesting. The 2024 to 2025 Champions League season will bring many notable changes to the tournament rules to enhance competitiveness and appeal. To give everyone a clearer picture, before diving into the draw method, one of the important changes is the increase in the number of participating teams from 32 to 36. This means that 4 more teams will have the opportunity to participate in Europe's most prestigious tournament. This expansion not only provides opportunities for lesser-known teams, but also enhances the competition and diversity of the tournament. Additionally, under the new rules, the teams will no longer be divided into 8 small groups as before. Instead, all teams will compete in one large group, earning points. This brings more variety to the matchups, as each team will face 8 different opponents, including 4 home matches and 4 away matches. This change enhances competition, unpredictability in results, and the appeal of the tournament, as each match will have significant implications for the overall standings. The scenario of many teams achieving their goals several rounds early will be less common. This not only increases the number of matches, but also provides more opportunities for teams to showcase their form and tactics. Consequently, a team reaching the final may have to play a maximum of 17 matches, significantly more than the previous 13. This also means the number of matches will increase to 189 instead of the usual 125. As under the new rules, the top 8 teams after the group stage will advance directly to the knockout stage. Teams ranked 9th to 24th will compete in playoffs to secure a spot in the round of 16. Teams ranked 25th to 36th will be eliminated from the tournament. This regulation increases the competitiveness and excitement of each match, as every result can affect the rankings and the chances of advancing for the teams. From the round of 16, a tennis-style seeding system will also be applied. This ensures that the top 4 teams cannot face each other until the semifinals. Naturally, the top 2 seeds will not meet, at least until the final. These changes are expected to bring a fresh breeze to the Champions League, creating more exciting matches and enhancing the quality of the tournament. Increasing the number of participating teams and changing the draw structure not only expands opportunities for lesser-known teams, but also enhances competition, making each match more important. The 2024-2025 Champions League season will bring significant changes to the draw rules to enhance competitiveness and better align with the new tournament format. UEFA will need technological support for this. Firstly, why the change? Using the old draw format for the new Champions League group stage would require nearly 1,000 balls and at least 36 bowls on stage. Even draw enthusiasts would find this process too time-consuming, potentially taking 3 to 4 hours if done manually, step by step. And a draw ceremony that long would be quite boring, as it would just be a series of repetitive actions. Therefore, UEFA will use a supercomputer to handle most of this work, reducing the ceremony time to the usual 35 minutes. Recently, UEFA revealed that the old draw format will no longer be used. They explained the new method as follows. The new competition format requires a new draw method. In fact, if we still used the old draw method, it would need nearly 1,000 balls and at least 36 bowls. The number of balls representing 36 teams on stage would lead to a lengthy draw. So, UEFA will conduct the draw by computer to shorten the ceremony to 35 minutes. According to the new method, teams will be drawn manually, one by one. For each team drawn, the computer will randomly select 8 opponents, and the results will be announced. The software will also decide which matches will be home and which will be away. The draw will start with the first group, assigning 8 opponents to all 9 teams, one by one, and continue with the other groups in descending order until all teams have been assigned their 8 opponents. This is a summary of the draw format as announced by UEFA. To simplify it for everyone, first, all 36 teams will be manually drawn with a real ball on stage. This means all participating teams will be manually drawn the first time. Then, for each manually drawn team, an automated software will randomly draw 8 opponents from 4 seed groups to display on the screen and on stage at the Forum in Monte Carlo, so everyone can see the computer software. It will then decide which matches will be home and which will be away. The draw will start with the top seed group, including the strongest teams and the reigning Champions League champions, and continue through the 4 seed groups. The official schedule from the group stage and the new draw ceremony is expected to take place on August 31st. In the early stages of the tournament, as teams compete in a large group of 8 different teams, UEFA will still adhere to the principle that teams from the same country will not face each other and will only meet a maximum of 2 teams from the same country. As of now, the UEFA Champions League is in the 3rd qualifying round, so the 36 teams have not yet been determined. However, there are 2 interesting cases. Shakhtar Donetsk and Benfica have qualified thanks to the Champions League and Europa League winners. Both Real Madrid and Atalanta, the champions of the Champions League and Europa League last season, have already secured their spots in the Champions League through their domestic league performances. Therefore, Shakhtar and Benfica do not need to play in the qualifiers, as they have been granted direct entry based on their league standings. Simply put, these 2 spots are allocated to the Ukrainian League champions and the runners-up of the Portuguese League. Additionally, teams from the Bundesliga and Serie A will have up to 5 representatives, as clubs from these leagues have performed well in the Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League. This is based on the best average coefficient of all participating teams in Europe. Each country with the 2 best-performing leagues in the UEFA system receives an additional spot. Even Atalanta, as Europa League champions, could have represented up to 6 teams if they had not finished in the top 4 of their domestic league. The new Champions League format brings significant benefits for both fans and clubs. Increasing the number of participating teams and changing the draw method enhances the competition's competitiveness and excitement, giving teams the chance to face a variety of opponents. This not only creates more diverse and thrilling matches, but also provides fans with more exciting games to watch. Despite its many advantages, the new format also presents some challenges. The denser and more complex schedule can put significant pressure on players and clubs. Teams will need to prepare thoroughly and have a strategic rotation plan to maintain their best form and fitness for each match. Additionally, using automated software for the draw may reduce the excitement and drama of the manual draw. However, this is a necessary solution to ensure the draw process is quick and efficient.